Hello friends, greetings of the day. I hope you all are doing good, and by now you all must have understood the previous two topics, which were phrases and clauses. But usually it is at times a bit more confusing than you understand. I have come to sort your confusion with this revision video, wherein with a set of various examples I will be sorting this out for you all. Today's PDF file link as well as previous video links will be available to you all below in the description box for later reference. I hope by the end of this video the concept will be clear to everyone. So without wasting more of our time, let's begin with the session. Here is our first sentence on the screen, which says, "Mom baked tasty chocolate cookies." Okay, so the question number 1 will be, what is the noun in this sentence? Of course, mom or chocolate cookies will be the noun in this sentence. Question number 2, what is the phrase in this sentence? Of course, tasty chocolate cookies. But why? Because this part of the sentence does not comprise of subject or verb. Question number 3, which type of phrase is it? Yes, of course, you all are correct. It is a noun phrase. But why? Because it is centering the noun, and as you all must be knowing, we have studied about its concept in our concept class. If you have yet not watched the video, you can watch it from the link given to you in the description box. Let's move ahead to our next example or the next sentence, and let's see what does it say. So here is our sentence number 2, which says, "Bless you, I couldn't have done it without you." So the question number 1 for you all, my friends, is, what is the phrase in this sentence? Of course, bless you. But why? Because this part of the sentence does not comprise of subject or verb. Question number 2, which type of phrase is it? Yes, of course, it is an interjectional phrase. But why? Because it is the combination of interjections, and any combination of interjections makes up an interjectional phrase, and we have studied about its concept in our concept class, as you all know. Let's move ahead to the sentence number 3 or example number 3, and it says, "The cat fell down the well." What is the verb in this sentence? Of course, fell, because it is an action. What is the phrase in this sentence? Down the well. Why? Because this part of the sentence does not comprise of subject or verb. Question number 3, which type of phrase is it? Of course, it is an adverbial phrase. Why? Because it is modifying the verb fell, and the verb and the phrases which modify the verb are known as adverbial phrases. Let's move towards sentence number 4. So here is our sentence number 4, which says, "A new railroad is under construction." Question number 1, it says, it is asking what is the subject in this sentence. So answer will be a new railroad. Question number 2, what is the phrase in this sentence? So the answer for this will be under construction, because this part of the sentence does not comprise of subject or verb. Question number 3 for this sentence, which type of phrase is it? Yes, of course, it is a prepositional phrase, because it is modifying the object of the sentence, and the phrases which modify the object of the sentence are known as prepositional phrases. Let's move towards sentence number 5, and it is saying, "I will attend the ceremony provided that you come." What is the phrase in this sentence? Of course, provided that is the phrase in this sentence, because the part of this sentence is not comprising of subject or verb. Question number 2, which type of phrase is it? It is a conjunctional phrase, because it is working in the same manner as the conjunctions do, as it is joining either two words or two sentences in a sentence. So now let's move towards the next sentence, and let's see what does it say. So here is our sentence number 6 on the screen, and it says, the car near the house belongs to Jimmy. Question number 1. What is the noun in this sentence? Of course, answer 1 will be car. Question number 2. What is the phrase in the sentence? Of course, it says near the house. But why? Because this part of the sentence does not comprise of subject or verb. Question number 3. Which type of phrase is it? It is an adjective phrase because it is modifying the noun car. And the phrases which modify the noun are known as adjective phrases. I hope by now the concept of phrases is clear to one and all with the help of these examples. Now we'll be moving on further to understand the concept of clauses with the help of their examples too, as we did for phrases, to understand them in a better way. So without wasting more of our time, we'll be moving towards their examples, and we'll understand them also through the examples in various slides which I have prepared for you all, and we'll see how does it clarify us and how does it remove all our confusions for both the topics, that is phrases and clauses. So here is our first sentence, which says, I met a friend who helped me a lot. So question number 1 for this sentence is, how many clauses does this sentence comprise of? Answer number 1 will be 2. Question number 2. Out of the 2 clauses, which clause expresses complete thought? Answer 2 will be, I met a friend, because it can stand alone as a sentence, and if we remove the second part of the sentence, it will express the whole meaning itself. Question number 3. Which type of clause is it? Yes, of course, it is a main clause or an independent clause, because it can stand alone as a sentence and doesn't need anything extra to accompany it in the sentence to make it meaningful. I hope the main clause is very much clear to everyone, and without wasting more of our time, we'll move towards our next example or the next sentence, that is sentence number 2, and let's see what does it tell us, or which type of clause does it or is it trying to explain to us. Let's look over our screen. So here is our sentence number 2, which says, I saw a man who was crying. So how many clauses does the sentence comprise of? Of course 2. Out of the 2 clauses, which clause does not express complete thought? Who was crying. Which type of clause is it, friends? Subordinate clause or dependent clause? Because it can't stand alone as a sentence, and it is dependent on main clause for the same. It doesn't make any sense if it is written alone. Until and unless a main clause is added to it, it will not be a meaningful sentence. Hence, it is a subordinate clause. I hope the main clause and subordinate clause is clear to everyone now. And let's move towards sentence number 3, and let's see what does it say. What you said made me laugh. Which clause is functioning as a noun in this sentence? Answer 1 to this question will be, what you said. Question number 2. Which type of clause is it? Answer 2 will be, of course, noun clause, because the above clause is functioning as a noun in the sentence. And if any clause in the sentence functions as a noun in a sentence, it is known as noun clause, as studied in our concept class. Let's move towards another sentence which says, the book which I like is helpful in preparation for test. What is the noun in this sentence? Book. Which type of clause does this comprise of? adjective clause because it is a subordinate or dependent clause which is modifying a noun. And any subordinate or dependent clause which modifies a noun is known as an adjective clause. I hope this type of clause is also clear to everyone. Let's move towards our next sentence and let's see what does this tell us. Or let's move towards example number 5 or the sentence number 5 and let's see which type of clause is it trying to explain to us. So here is our sentence number 5, which says, I will drive wherever the road takes me. What is the verb in this sentence? Of course, drive. Which clause is modifying it? Wherever the road takes me. Question number 3, which type of clause is it? Adverbial clause because it is working like an adverb in the sentence. That is, it is modifying the verb drive in the sentence. I hope by now all the type of phrases, clauses, everything must have been clear to one and all through this revision video. This is why I bring these revision videos for you all, so to make your concept more clearer. Please like, share and subscribe the channel if you do like the content, and please keep supporting. Thank you so much everyone. Thanks for watching the video.